Choo-choo! The happy hype train is in full effect here at WGL Summer 2019. Welcome back, live from Shanghai. We are in the round of 8. My name is Neo, by my side, the lovely, the beautiful Remo. Demo, how you doing?
I'm doing excellent today, dude. Today is one of those days where I woke up not exactly early, but when I did wake up with a lot of excitement inside me. Because, yeah, we are in the final stages. This is day number 6. The second last day. We have 4 more players here in Group B of the second group stage. We are effectively down to the final 6, as we said goodbye to 2 more players yesterday. 2 Chinese players victorious in Group A, 1-0 and TH, both very strong. And today we find out whether it's going to be 2 Koreans or if Happy can make it as well.
Happy surrounded by Koreans indeed. Moon, LawLiet and Focus in this group next to the Emperor. Only 2 will make it and only 2 will claim the $5,000 that are guaranteed for rank 3 and 4. There are so many storylines going into this. Obviously, Happy against the best of the world. He will have another Jera Cup final here today against Focus. In case you're kind of new to the scene, back in, what was it, 2017, 16, 17-ish,
yep.
There was a weekly called in the Western scene called Jera Cup every Sunday, and the finalists were, I think, like 40 times Happy versus Focus. And now they're finally meeting on equal conditions offline. This is so much hype. But yeah, we see some highlights about the players and the tournament that we've had in the past 7 days. Moon, of course, the reigning and defending world champion. It's harder than last year. He's struggling a little more, but he still prevailed and goes into this as the winner of Group C.
In that match against Chimiko, one of the most entertaining series of this tournament so far. Chimiko, big success for him also in this tournament, but not in the top 4.
LawLiet found himself in the group of death, but he prevailed, falling to 1-2-0 in the winner bracket semi-final. But boy, did he have a comeback against OC, obviously. But then this play against Infi, the Iceman melted.
Yeah, LawLiet came up with quite a few of these highlight plays. That was another one, the unload Hippo Rider surround. That was pretty sweet and Happy. He is also the only other player so far undefeated.
Mr. Clean Sheet. TH was able to get with 4-0 into the round of 8, Happy as well. And what a performance against Lin this was. The former War Chief, the strongest orc in the world, looked like a noob, also Sock, falling to the ultra aggression early on. This Death Knight play is not to be underestimated. The man with the least hype, maybe.
Yeah.
With a fairly easy group, he was defeated by TH in the winners finals. His performances against Cash were ultra great. This defense against Cash's early aggression was marvelous, and he wasn't struggling against the Russian. So will he kill the second Russian today? Could be the case.
Honestly, I think he's looking pretty good for Focus. He's kind of flying out of the radar. The big names here, Moon and Happy especially, but Focus looking pretty strong recently. And here we have the 4. Korea, in strength, showing up against Europe's last remaining beacon of hope.
Okay. A clear front line from South Korea, obviously. They are good friends. They are having so much fun here together. And that's quite a statement here already. How much did the Koreans prepare against Happy?
Getting a smile out of him. Wasn't expecting this. His first match, of course, today for Happy will be against Focus, but our first game will be the Night Elf Mirror. The legend, the god Moon, against LawLiet, who at this point is safe to say definitely top 2 Night Elf in the world.
Yeah, without a doubt. Foggy not showing up here, being in a slump this entire year since reaching the final in WGL Winter. He couldn't really find his play afterwards. Shishi, not really there live. We've seen him eliminated in the group stage. There is no doubt that these 2 are the best Night Elves, and they are playing fairly similar to each other. LawLiet was mentored back in the day by Remind, and if you've been a fan of Warcraft 3, you know that Remind and the Night Elf Mirror both have been the nemesis of Moon throughout his entire career.
True, historically speaking, that is absolutely the case, but recently it's been looking really good for Moon. In fact, this is going to be a rematch from the H&W where LawLiet got into a grand final once again. This is not something that happens too regularly for him, for Moon, certainly, but there Moon was victorious. And also, previous WGL, he faced a lot of Night Elves. There, Moon was also looking super strong in the mirror.
Indeed. This is day 7. Group stage is over. Yesterday we've seen TH and 120 advancing over Sok and Shimiko. So 2 Koreans out here. Only today and tomorrow's grand finals are left in the WGL. Moon versus LawLiet to start the day, and then the Happy Hype versus Focus. 2 players will advance, 2 players will say goodbye, and tomorrow the semifinals and the grand finals all gonna be best of 5. Today we stick with the best of 3.
In the top 8, of course, all these players already got into the prize money ranks, but the next jump to the top 4 is $5,000, which is quite the hallmark.
Does this match need more hype? Here we go.
안녕하세요. 워크래프트 3 프로게이머 문정준입니다. 제가 C조에 있었고 조별 1위로 8강에 진출했는데 상대 선수들 만난 선수들 다 힘들었었는데 그중 특히 채미코 선수와의 2대1로 역전승한 게 제 기억에 남습니다. 8강 그럼 다음 상대가 조지현 선수인데
안녕하세요. 저는 A조에 소속되어 있었던 뉴비 팀의 로8이고요. A조 그룹의 제 경기를 평가하면은 굉장히 좀 재밌었던 날들이 아닌가 이렇게 생각합니다.
조지현 선수의 조별리그 경기를 많이 다 봤었는데 좀 제일 기억에 남는 게 인피 선수의 경기에서 제일 인상이 깊었고 워드를 되게 잘 플레이해가지고 승리를 거두고 되게 잘한 것 같습니다.
일단은 장조 선수 경기를 생각해 보면은 조 1등으로 진출했는데 원래 보여주던 그 장조 선수의 어마어마한 강력한 모습까지는 아직 못 보여준 것 같아서 아직은 100% 컨디션이 아닌 것 같지만 저랑 할 때도 아직 컨디션이 안 돌아왔으면 저한테는 좋겠죠.
조지현 선수 말대로 조별리그에서 100% 실력 발휘를 하지 않았고 당시에 저도 그때 당시 컨디션이 그렇게까지 썩 좋지는 않았던 것 같은데 이제 8강에는 본격적인 이제 매치라고 생각을 하고 있고 100% 실력 발휘를 해서
재호 형 이번에 8강에서 만나게 됐는데 살살 해주시고요. 제가 1등, 형이 2등으로 같이 4강 갔으면 좋겠습니다.
이긴 사람이 1등으로 올라가고 진 사람은 2등으로 올라가는 식으로 해서 같이 동반 진출했으면 좋겠는 사람.
재호 형 사랑합니다.
The bond between these two is pretty strong. The Korean Night Elf brothers facing each other, and there's quite a bit of history there. GCS Summer 2018, excuse me, 1 year ago. That was the quarterfinal as well, and everyone was predicting Moon is gonna take this, but LawLiet surprised him 3-2 back there. Moon is the world champion. Moon wants to be the 3rd player to be able to defend his title, but he said it himself, and basically everyone said the same. Moon is not at 100% yet.
In the interview, though, sounding confident that he can get back to his tip-top shape. Yesterday, we saw a player advancing from the second group stage who wasn't also in the entirety in top shape. That is 120, LawLiet. What shape is he going to show up in?
The match against Infi showed he is at 110%. At least in that matchup. He played the Night of Mirror before, that was against OC, but of course, LawLiet is like 2 tiers above the American player. Had some fun, was a little bit challenged on TM, but had some fun with the Zeppelins and stuff. So we see the map picks and bans. Concealed and Last Refuge out for LawLiet. Moon doesn't want to play on Echo Isles and bans his home turf Twisted. For Moon, this was to be expected. What do you think about LawLiet's picks?
The Echo Isles pick especially makes me think that someone doesn't want to face a Demon Hunter, perhaps. Moon still likes going Keeper every now and then. This is basically going to be the big story of this game. Keeper or Demon Hunter. And if you have a hard read on your opponent playing Demon Hunter, it might, very, very rarely, but it might even be a bottom first hero. First hero choices, first hero gambling, and coin flipping is the thing in this matchup.
Alright, Moon, if he wins this tournament, he's the first player ever to break $550,000 in prize money. Of course, he is the most successful player of all time. But LawLiet, the 2nd most successful player of the new generation. He's been in some grand finals, got a lot of money. H&W and WCA comes to mind. Will he finally be able to claim the throne? The first obstacle is pretty damn hard as he is against the 5th race, but can Newbie advance with the 2nd player? Terran Stand will pave the way. And if you ask me, historically, Terran Stand could be what Twisted is for Moon. This map is basically designed for him. Good Warden plays, easy to harass the opponent expansion. Zeppelin play was easier back in the day, but still doable now. This should be the map for LawLiet. Because you pointed it out earlier, the past encounters between the two mostly went to Moon. Let's exclude WCG Korea. That was a win for LawLiet, but that was, you know, best of one, doesn't really count. Before that, Moon had a 5-0 win streak, but that was patch 1.304. That was Archer Mirror and Glaive Mirror. LawLiet maybe not the best in that regard, but this is a new patch.
Yep.
Everything is a little weaker, especially the Keeper of the Grove, so we've seen a lot more bears. And if you ask me, LawLiet, best bear player in the world.
Yeah, Demon and Bears have been returning hard. Is it the Potom? With him expecting the Demon Hunter. This is what I was mentioning. Oh my god. Dude, for once I get a call right. So the idea here is Demon Hunter is always solid, always strong, especially powerful against the Keeper of the Grove, if that should be your opponent. Potom has a lot of weaknesses. If, for example, you play Hunter's Mirror with the Potom against the Keeper, you get owned super hard because you just lose hunt after hunt thanks to the Entangle. So Moon is banking extremely hard on the fact that this is a Demon Hunter. Because the Demon Hunter's mana burns don't matter too much to the Potom, it's mostly about the aura. And if it's then a mass hunts versus mass hunts battle with the aura, the advantage should lie with the Potom playing Night Elf player, in this case Moon.
Alright, how much can the Demon Hunter harass and who gets the expansion up? Night Elf Mirror was set to be super duper boring for a long time, but my mind has changed a couple of years ago already, and especially between these two who are so creative when it comes to creep routes, when it comes to harass. Basically every single thing of the Night Elf play they revolutionized or improved to a point where they could surprise their opponent over and over again. We said that after LawLiet played Infi. Yes, he's playing the Warden for 4 years, but he still finds new stuff to make work with her. I am super surprised by this Potom play. I didn't even have that on my mind that this is a possibility.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking about it. With the Demon Hunter coming back into the meta, before the Keeper days, this used to be oftentimes the attempted counterpick to the Demon. Get the Potom, get the hunts rolling, and around 40 supply, 50, take a decisive fight, or expand with the superior army damage that you have with the Potom, with the aura, and it has to be Huntresses. That is, once again, an interesting question in this matchup. What are the unit compositions going to be? What exactly is the meta? As you mentioned earlier, it was kind of stale in 1.301 and 1.304 with glaives and archers, but nowadays can be hunts, can be bears, can be two-base, can even be aggressive plays with an AP if you're OC, for example. So this is very hard to predict what we're going to be seeing throughout this best of 3.
Demon Hunter is chasing the Potom already. Historically, these two players are so close together. They've met each other 21 times. Moon is leading 11-10, so they are basically trading wins. Even in maps, it's like 33-31, so really unpredictable. LawLiet maybe trying to get the Berserker, but Moon with the... oh no, LawLiet with the faster fingers. And especially with Mass Hunts coming... Oh, we get double Berserker.
Double Berserker.
So much DPS on the field now for the newbie.
That's kind of scary already. And also, if Moon wanted to go for a timing push, play aggressively, not having these mercs is a problem. Also, if he's going to be fighting a head-to-head battle against the Scroll of the Beast, that's going to be hard. This could be a massive item drop later that we still have in the Demon Hunter's inventory.
The Potom is down to 50% and no mana. Used a lot of searing arrows that will reduce the Moon juice a lot. I'm not 100% sure, but what was Moon's supply stuck for a while? He was at 2020 while building the Engine of War, so I'm not 100% sure if it was too late, but maybe that cost him a couple of seconds that LawLiet used to get the piercing damage out. Potion of Greater Mana, of course, not an item that you want for the Potom. Moon is making his way over. LawLiet transitioning into Huntress himself, or is he attacking behind it? Then it could be Dryads, which are the natural counter to Hunts.
Yeah, he did go tier 2. Hunter's Hall is coming, so might be Dryads coming in. Dryads, amazing against Huntresses, but once Glaives come out, which of course Moon could easily transition into, they could just all die instantly, so it's a difficult choice what you want to go for. If you go tier 3 Bears, they're kind of good against everything, or at least decent against everything. Moon also, interestingly, playing Potom Hunts here, but not with a Hunter's opening. He went for creeping first, got level 2 first, and now is continuing to creep at his natural, getting close to level 3, or might even be getting it. And here comes the expansion now but has already been delayed quite a bit by LawLiet.
Exactly. For Moon standards, this expansion is quite late indeed. Man, these items, lots of mana, but with the bottom view, as you said, you don't need that. That's why she is a little bit of a counter pick against the Demon Hunter. Maybe for a potential second hero. Close to level 3 though. Oh, it is level 3, the level up. Level 2, True Shot Aura. Lores are coming rushing to tier 3.
Single lore tier 3 rush, no second hero. Shredder. Shredder. It's not like he's really low on lumber right now.
Gotta be a little careful with this Demon Hunter against the bashes, but the damage is here, and Moon does not predict him here, nor does he have the time. True Shot Aura, great for the Berserkers and Dryads, but it seems like he's going into mass bears fast. There's no sign of an expansion for LawLiet, so it is the old game of late tech expansion mass versus fast tech no expansion quality.
Yeah, LawLiet could still go for counter expert though. It's not like he would be too far behind with bears coming out, with dryads coming out. Perhaps he's gonna have enough of a backbone army because Moon's force is not too big just yet. However, he just sold the two big items, the greater mana and the pen of energy. That's 350 gold infusion. That helps with every timing you do want to go for. As the tier 2 is coming in now, it's gonna help the Huntresses with more upgrades. And Moon's gonna get the 50 supply cap in a moment. It's gonna be able to pump it to 50 pretty much instantly.
Yeah, but 1,000 gold at 33 supply, that looks a little weird, to say the least. But alright, Demon Hunter's inventory is great, can hide in the shadows now, and in the sun, actually, nowadays with this patch. Apart from that, pretty slow game by LawLiet, and an AP against drops. He's expecting Zeppelin play that early?
Yeah. Or perhaps even a push into the base, but he saw the expansion, right? There was a wisp up there. I'm pretty sure he saw it before it died.
But Moon is going to the laboratory where you can purchase the Zeppelin.
First person view now from Moon, who is still surprisingly fast, despite his age, I guess. Yeah, the shredder now for him as well. So many shredders. Moon already has 400 lumber. Before the shredder, he had 500 lumber.
Yeah.
He's playing a tier 2 style. Does he really need that much? The nice thing, I guess, is you can bring wisps for mass detonate against the bears. That could be good. Well, he has the gold to spare anyways, I guess. Sitting at 700, still not producing up to 50, by the way. Kind of taking it relaxed here.
Yeah, I think Moon then going into mass dryads with the bottom bears wouldn't make any sense. He did do that before, but that was a low tier cup and maybe fooling around a little. So in a perfect world with perfect micro, you can slow down the bears so much that they will never be able to hit your army because of the dryad slow. Moon's dryad micro is the best in the world by far. So we'll see if LawLiet is able to circumvent this. Orb of Venom, great addition. The damage in general on this Demon Hunter is very good.
It seems like LawLiet wants to level up this Demon Hunter as quickly as possible. If you get him to level 5 before the first engagement with the tier 3 bonus experience, Huntresses do kind of die quick, especially if you have Dryads. If he gets to level 6, a Demon Hunter can kind of dismantle a tier 2 Knight of Army basically by himself.
Yeah, love the scout for Moon. Getting rid of that wisp, so expansion again delayed. Is it Zeppelin time now? 3 Berserkers.
It seems like it's taking LawLiet forever to get to 50.
Yeah.
We're already 9 minutes in. He's still not there. And he didn't even go for a second hero, which is usually very expensive and slows you down on your way up.
Triple lore. Wow, what an unusual mirror this is already. LawLiet completely out of gold, and it is time for the Zeppelin. Moon static defense a little too late here. Not up, and he's going for the tree right away. Vintage LawLiet. How many wisps can he kill and how much damage can he do? Roar is there, bottom is already low, so are the Huntress. This could also be good experience for the Korean heal scroll being used. Zeppelin evacuates one of the mercs already, but the searing arrows do good damage to the Zeppelin.
Great control on the Zeppelin there. Piercing damage lacking, certainly being felt right there. LawLiet trading so well so far, not losing a single unit just yet, finding quite a few kills of his own. There's level 5 now, and now every bit of experience matters to get to level 6. I mean, he's far away at the moment, but he's getting bonus XP.
There's another
one
kill.
more.
There's another kill.
Look how much experience
there was
he's
an
getting.
kill. Oh my god, the tier 3 bonus experience on the way to the Superman. The expansion is still under attack. Moon can't react, and there's no repair anymore. This investment has not really paid off. Uses the Scroll of the Beast, sends the Demon Hunter back to get in range for that, and he's plus 22. LawLiet with excellent play once again. Expo down.
And how strong at this point in time right now is this army against Moon? He's got the bears to block in front, also good damage, and the mass berserkers in the back to find even more damage onto the unarmored units. Demon in a bit of trouble,
Cool.
but if he's forced into a TP, this is completely fine.
Absolutely. He's building an expansion on the back of this attack. Moon even had to use the Shredder. He's supply stuck now. He's low on lumber. And this is more experience for the Demon Hunter. Can he go for an invul, sell something? There we go. That's exactly what he's doing, I guess. Not going for the other item, but the right clicks. Look how strong it is. Bears are starting to fall. The level 4 on the bottom. And Moon gets some
Level
advantage.
6!
Level 6, there we go. And Metamorphosis. Right clicks on the bottom.
Wow.
GG. One of the first ultimates in this entire tournament. And LawLiet's game plan absolutely flawless.
Holy crap, was he ready for that bottom or what?
Yeah.
It looked like it took forever for his force to come online. But then the 4 or 5 bears, I think it was 4, plus the 3 berserkers, plus the Demon Hunter. No chance to deal with him. Moon, a little too slow to produce maybe?
Yeah, that third lore, I don't know. In general, everything seemed a little slow. So it doesn't seem like he could step up his game from the winner bracket final to the top 8 yet. 3 days to practice for that.
Yeah.
But also, everything went so well for LawLiet. The item drops were great with the slippers early, circlet, all of that good stuff. He had Moon's items a little, well, unlucky, I would say. Also, the score of the beast for LawLiet was good to support his game plan. But then this bear rush also a little unusual against Huntress. Usually you could go for more Dryads to be a little more stable in the mid-game because there should be a push coming with this mass Huntress. But Moon was late on 50 supply, as you pointed out before, and everything was low the entire time, basically. He consumed a lot of Moon juice and couldn't use that for Huntress. And then LawLiet with that Zeppelin, that was to be expected at some point. And maybe that AP was already late for Moon.
Yeah, it was.
LawLiet did that AP before, expecting a distraction from Moon, which was never coming, despite being at the laboratory. So then this timing just destroyed him.
Yeah, and interesting choice, like, normally we see at least one Dryad. Like, the utility of the single slow is really, really valuable.
Especially with the Demon Hunter. And
Yeah.
everything.
But LawLiet just completely skipping on it. Because the one thing Dryads really, really suck at is killing buildings.
Yeah.
Was that the thought, maybe? Maybe it was. Also, Dryad takes up one spot in the Zeppelin, and the Zeppelin was fully loaded with all damage, basically.
Yeah.
Bears, Demon, and Berserkers. And when he loaded up, he was level 4.5. This may be the fastest 4.5 to 6 I have ever seen.
That was it a minute even? I don't know.
That was unbelievable. And that's Huntresses for you. They are good in the mid-game, around 40 supply, they're good. But against tier 3, they are awful. You have to get the transition going fast.
Do you think it was intentional that he hurt so many units, waited for his level 5 or something, and then killed everything else? Like, there was so many hurt units, and once he was close to level 6, he just killed everything, and boom, level 6 there it was, and that was the game decider. I mean, there was no chance to run away from Moon, from that ultimate.
Yeah, I think even before level 6, that was probably over. The bears kill the tree.
Yeah.
That was before level 6, and the demon just by himself, seemingly, finds those kills. And even if he's forced away, even if he doesn't GG out right there, there's an expansion coming up on the other side, which Moon can't take out. Yeah, the mass never came online. I guess the Expo being late is the big deal here. And that may come back to the level 2 demon aggression, not going for the trademark level 3 rush, which makes the demon so strong, but rather he was on the Moon side of the map, delaying the Tree of Life for so long. Also, the double Berserker made a big difference in the early game.
In the end, triple Berserker, but stealing that one from Moon's side was absolutely glorious. It is a big investment and delayed everything, but having this Berserker against Huntress is a game changer. It's like basically a water elemental level up in comparison. What I also loved about this, that as I pointed out in the cast, like open fights against Dryads, you will be kited all the time. LawLiet was just going for the base, and then what can Moon do?
True.
Stuck between rock and the hard place. If you are attacking and trying to kite, the bears, as they didn't care at all and continued to attack the trees. The Demon Hunter could tank a lot because of the fast level 4 evasion, and Moon, there was nothing he could do. This is his map now. Terraner Stand basically designed for LawLiet. Northern Isles is Moon's pick. If he doesn't win this game, the 5th race will find himself in the lower bracket semifinal against either Happy or Focus. Not an easy task. LawLiet, will he continue his rampage on Northern? In the blue, we see him representing Newbie. And Moon starting in the upper right, fighting uphill now.
Moon was coming into the second group stage seemingly with a lot of confidence. In the interview earlier, we heard that he may not have been playing at 100% before, but now he will be. Was he playing at 100%? I wouldn't exactly say so. Moon still has some room to improve, whereas LawLiet was looking super solid. But Terran understand, this I think won't be reoccurring what we saw here early game strategy-wise. Talking about the hero choices here. Demon Hunter, Podem. I don't think either of them will be going for it, because usually this is such a great keeper map with a level 2 rush right away. If you go for the Ogre Magi plus Tuskar creep first, which Moon is doing, but LawLiet is actually not. He's actually going for the green camp first, which may in fact indicate Demon Hunter, which may mean in the end Demon versus Keeper, which should on paper be favoring the Demon Hunter. Moon going for the Keeper here, that's no surprise. But what is it for LawLiet? Demon it is.
Okay, not liking the Keeper play. There we see the latest result between them, the only encounter on this very patch. So on this patch, LawLiet is now 2-0 in maps against Moon. That wasn't too long ago, but yeah, everything basically was decided. They were both qualified basically in the APAC qualifiers. So let's take that with a grain of salt. That's not too important. It was for a lot of Luels this game.
So, yeah, the reason we see the different creep routes here, of course, is it's much harder for the Demon Hunter to creep with the Tuskar Ogre Magi camp first, as he doesn't have the Treants. Keeper will be starting off with Treants. That's a lot more damage to be added into the creep camp, and also tankiness to help support the Ancient of War. Nice thing for this first creep for LawLiet is he doesn't need a Wisp for repair, so he's going to be sitting better on Lumber. Should result in a faster tech for him. But of course, it's going to come at the price of experience. Demon usually only really starts becoming very powerful when he gets level 3. Not too easy to pull off here on Northern Isles.
Yeah, also level 2 for the Keeper for Entangle and Control is basically guaranteed, as you said. Gloves of Haste, another decent damage output item. And this time, Moon finds the Mana Potion again, but this time it has so much value.
Yeah, and there's the level 2 now for Entangle. And all that mana can't really be burned with a level 1 burn. That's not really feasible. So LawLiet is trying to level up with this camp, with the Murloc. She's not taking too much damage. This is fine. He's going to be level 2. But where to move from there? I feel like he has to be aggressive. I feel like the creep war is not going to be working out in the Koreans' favor, I want to say. In LawLiet's favor at all. The Keeper with his Treants can move from camp to camp, gather up level 3 really easily. LawLiet can't. So he has to be aggressive right now and has to make something work with his tech advantage. But the tech advantage is only very, very slim, honestly. The one Wisp repair, not too expensive there for Moon.
There is a Wisp at the almost 12 o'clock position for Moon. Could be an expansion there, and LawLiet is really good with like stabs and movement in general. There we go, mana burn, no mana anymore. Claws for the Keeper, also good. So maybe he can play around that, distracting a little to prevent level 3 for as long as he can, and then start a staffing game. Wouldn't surprise me too much on this map, but we'll see if he goes that route. So far, very equal. Oh, not using the Mana Potion yet for an Entangle.
But Moon seems to be ready for this harass. He's trading willingly. Yes, he's dropping low, but there's Moonwells right next to him. Whereas the Demon has to run all the way across the map. I wouldn't mind a staff here, honestly, since the distances are so large. But I don't know, so far this opening seems to be working out better for Moon, if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree. And level 3 is right around the corner. Is this green spot enough? I think it is. Could be close. Then Entangle would get him the kill that he needs. Yeah. This time Moon is not forgetting about any Moonwells. He's not supply stuck at all. LawLiet is not using too much mana burn to be able to use the Moon Juice to full effect for his health. But yeah, level 3 is enough. Yeah. And now the Keeper harass continues, or starts basically.
And this is why this is such a nice early game map for the Keeper. You start off with a level 2 creep right away, and then green, 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 boom, you're level 3. And with that, you're very strong. He probably goes for Treants 2 here actually to continue creeping, or may have the Entangle, unsure. Both of course very nice. Treants 2 it is. And the Demon's still struggling. He's going towards his own Ogre Magi camp now. That should be level 3 I guess, but quite a bit later. More damage has to be taken. Is LawLiet playing the single hero once again is the question, or will it be adding a second hero this time?
It's kind of funny because this Demon Hunter solo play is usually of the playbook of Moon.
Yeah.
since back in 2015, he was trying to establish that. Did work from time to time, but I would say the success rate is around like 1/3. Wasn't too impressive, did not revolutionize meta, and he forgot the Hunter's Hall.
That's a whoopsie. Happens even to the best. We've been seeing Keeper playing a Naga second against the Demon Hunter as well. So you have double lockdown. You have the Cold Arrow and the Entangle, making the Demon's life hard, and you don't really have enough burns to scorch all of them.
Panda is good against Treants, I guess, against this Mass Treant play that we've seen a lot. But what if Moon goes Mass Dryads?
Panda certainly doesn't do anything against those, but Mass Dryads do have weaknesses. Archers actually beat Mass Dryads. Glaives beat Mass Dryads, so would be timing reliant. Oh, this would be a big cancel. Trying for this round there with the Arch, that would have been amazing, but doesn't quite get it. And the Demon Hunter damage should absolutely be sufficient over here.
Yeah, he has a big potion. Like, there's no way Moon can hold this.
Yeah, only level 1 Entangle as well. The lockdown is rather slim.
And here comes the Breath of Fire. That's certainly helpful against buildings. So Moon expansions, like, this is not working in this series so far.
This is so important. This Demon Hunter movement, the most important thing in this game. Not getting distracted by the Keeper of the Grove.
Archer Killer as well. Is he using the potion? Yes, he is. No scan at the moment. Keeper.
Surround.
Oh boy, that was close.
Fortunate for Moon that LawLiet doesn't have a dust, otherwise these archers would most likely be dying even more. Here comes the reveal though. Saves 2 of the archers at least, but this is a horrible early game for Moon.
Yeah. Forgetting this Huntress Hall was already the second sign that he's not on top of his game here. And this push again, Moon was not ready at all.
Mana pot used.
Can he get the whiz? Oh, detonates against archers to not feed experience, but this will prevent... Oh, he's just letting him die. To be able to continue to harass with the demon?
Yeah. Level 1 hero though is
yeah.
okay. It's gonna be back soon. 1 archer will be falling.
Deny didn't work. Bigger mana potion, by the way, consumed for Moon. And he's trying to get that expo up again. But tier 3 is coming. Bear upgrade already in the works. And a Demon Hunter with Reju. That's a nice pair, a nice duo. Nice synergy.
Keeper completely out of mana here. No more Entangle to fear. The Naga is what's is supposed to slow down and control this Demon. Demon no boots, so not even that fast in the first place. And with Dryads coming out in a moment, it's going to be hard for LawLiet to be able to rely on this Demon Hunter as much as he did before. He's going to need to have something else to be important or a big part of this army, an essential part of this army. The archers at this point, okay, but don't really do it anymore. I think I saw 1 Dryad added in by LawLiet. Yeah, it is. So he does have slow as well. But the bears are going to be the big heavy hitters for LawLiet.
LawLiet is trying to find the angle of attack again, but this time Moon knows and interferes. There should be an Entangle, and Demon Hunter is just way too hurt to do this. Mana burns. Oh, there's no Entangle anymore. Scratch that. So he's trying to go into this fight without the Panda, who's coming in now. But this time no potion, only a TP. Ooh, Naga though, taking a lot of damage.
LawLiet suffering a lot of losses though.
Yeah.
This is the second archer. He has also lost a Dryad in this. That seemed like the wrong call. Going for the attack. Once he was found, once he was intercepted, I think it was time to back up. But Moon making once again great use of the Dryads. He's the king of the Dryads and is taking control back in this game.
Right, Expo should be up in a bit, and then Entangle, 1 minute until he gets double income. The bear is still around. Demon Hunter should, of course, the Reju will be dispelled by 3. So can he force a TP? Nice block, enabling more
instant dispel.
Instant. That didn't heal anything.
But at least he outran the Dryads for the most part, so he doesn't have to use the TP.
Oh no, staff this block. Basically keeps them on 1 spot. And now the Naga damage is kicking in. Oh boy, this Panda, will he die again? Yeah, just easy as that. Level 4 for the Keeper.
What's LawLiet doing?
I don't know, he's falling apart.
Yeah, he is. This was the wrong time to fight, my friend. Another bear fell. Now he's using the TP. If this bear falls as well, there's another mental defeat. Ouch.
Woohoo! Yeah, Moon is back indeed. Full control, 23 supply lead. This Panda didn't do anything in this entire game.
Yeah. And yeah, you are absolutely right. The Panda, is that the right choice? It seems like no. Against Mass Dryads, I think he would have fared better to just stick on Demon only.
Yeah.
Also, the expansion cancel was so well done. That was a great timing. But then, don't keep on running in there. You only have 2 archers and a single Dryad against mass Dryads, which are already coming out. And against Cold Arrow, which is also so good in the mid game.
Again, like, also against this mass slow and lockdown with Entangled, shouldn't you go for a staff earlier? He wanted to rush bears again as fast as possible, but that didn't work.
I think Demon solo, plus possibly a staff. And also defensive play. Like, don't look for a fight before you have Master, man. Like, there's Mass Dryads. This is not your time. But Moon, well, takes that, of course, gladly.
Yeah, and it was good movement by Moon. He saw LawLiet wrapping around the left-hand side of the shop and says, okay, if you want to fight with that, just come at me, bro. I'm ready. I'm in tip-top shape here. And that was a masterful defense there. He wasn't threatened too hard, but again, getting the kill, slowing down the Panda. By the way, is the Panda back, or does he decide to do solo Demon Hunter now?
Turiza style, not reviving the hero because he's just gonna die.
Wow, who in chat remembers Turiza?
Back in the day with the Archmage. Well, 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 LawLiet seems to have completely given this game away. It's not over yet, of course. He's back to 50 somehow. He took massive losses, but he has reproduced level 4 Demon now. He is very strong. He's got the Orb of Venom. And if he gets on top of these Dryads and the bears get to connect with their damage, they are still threatening. And, of course, the signature neutral addition here, the Zeppelin coming in.
But Moon saw it.
Yeah, he did.
This time it doesn't come in as a surprise, and he knows the timing.
He actually doesn't revive him. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Soaked up a little bit of XP. The pendant would be nice for him, of course. Moon with double scroll now. No lockdown, of course.
Yeah, and it's 65 supply now. The numbers greatly in favor of Moon here. LawLiet bringing Mass Wisps, going to be able to detonate against Treants and such.
Adding in the Dryad now for a little bit of, Dispel against Entangle and more Treants, I guess.
More creeping for the Demon. He was very strong earlier with his level 5, level 6. Could again be a game changer, but he doesn't have the bonus experience. In case you guys don't know how that works, if you play only a single hero, if you're tier 2, you have plus 15% additional experience gain. On tier 3, you have plus 30% additional experience gain, which helps a lot in reaching level 6. But since the Panda was made already, even if he's dead, that doesn't work.
That's for protection for LawLiet now. Look at the inventory for Moon. Pretty stacked, going for the red spot now as well. Who's winning the creeping game?
Hard to say. The Demon Hunter, of course, benefits massively from the level ups. The Naga and Keeper, honestly, not that much, I would say. But it's 2 heroes still. They have basically 4 spells to use between the 2 of them. And against so many Dryads, against so much slow, it's actually not really easy to find all these mana burns.
Getting close to 5 now, though. And red spot will be taken by LawLiet. Will he be in time as Moon is pushing? Only on tier 2. Second attack upgrade is coming. And LawLiet does not have the time for this. Super close to 5. Keeper. Will he just creep this and then TP? He's giving Moon quite some time.
Yeah.
But it's only Dryads, like base racing, not the most impressive with these units.
Mountain Giants are coming.
Okay.
Level 5 Demon.
And the pipe for bears really good. And of course a lot more Dispel. So if he holds this, the late game could still be his. But Entangle is coming in, 12 protection, no Dispel on Moon's side yet. There's a lot of damage mitigation, but in the back we see the heal ward, and that's so damn good. And so many illusions soaking up damage. Yes, he has Moon Wells, but only so many.
It's so many Dryads. The focus fire against the bears along with the Naga is insane. We already have 2 bears, maybe 3 bears dying. Yes, some Dryads are falling for Moon as well, but can afford to lose those. Now the Mountain Giant is coming out. Can he be the big tank in the front line?
The bears certainly are, and they are melting. Naga leveling up to 4. Demon Hunter is doing an excellent job in keeping these Dryads at bay, and he's getting close to 6 again.
Yeah.
These Dryads are walking XP tomes.
2 more kills.
Rest in peace XP tomes. He has the mana. Oh, Moon is doing his best to save these units.
Well, I need to kill Dryads with Dryads. He needs to use their slow. One more
Work.
kill, maybe two. Maybe 1 or 2.
Moon is diving for 1.
Oh,
He's getting
heal
close to 6
scroll!
as well. Wow, this value.
Level 6!
It is level 6 though. Where is Metamorphosis? We don't see it yet. He has full mana. What's he waiting for?
He's not using it. He's not using it. Maybe he wants to hold without Metamorph, because if he uses it, perhaps it's just going to be a TP
keeper
out.
block. LawLiet's not supply stuck here with this Moonwell kill. Ooh, this MG did a good job, but everything else is dead. Is this a one-man army Demon Hunter?
I think it was a good choice not to use the Metamorph. If he pops that, the Dryads just run away or he TPs away. LawLiet has to go for a big attack with the Metamorph. He has to kill the expansion with his ultimate when Moon is forced to fight. That was actually smart.
Or is it level 3 evasion?
I certainly hope not. No boots on the Demon, so he can't really chase down this Naga. Also, Dryads coming in with a slow. Moon with a signature move. The counterattack. He's not going to be giving his opponent the opportunity to force a fight at his expansion, where he would be obliged to go for the defense.
So many corpses there. Oh boy. Level 3 Treant summoned again. Wisps are coming in for detonate. Additional experience. Gets rid of 3 of them. But LawLiet is now supply stuck at 52. That's not good at all.
And seems to be getting outmaneuvered now.
80 supply for Moon.
MGs, of course, great tanks, but the damage is pretty bad, especially without sticks. TP out. Getting one more Moonwell.
Let's not forget Moon has an expansion the entire time. We didn't mention it too much. The taunt comes in a little too late. He gets another kill, all right. But yeah, it's 80 supply. It's 1,000 gold. It's shop control. It's decent hero levels, even though it's not too crazy. When will we see Metamorphosis for the first time? Can he still use it? Can he overpower Moon with that? Tier 3 on the way.
But Moon seemingly willing to fight here. Is that overconfidence? Or, I mean, he's 30 supply ahead, don't get me wrong, but he is fighting against Metamorphosis.
Okay, there's an Invo Potion as well. He's not doing damage at the moment. Here we go, Splash. But he's down to 50% before he did the very first hit in this fight. That was absolutely a mistake. He has no healing. He can't be staffed out and staffed in again. Heal scroll by Moon. He has one more. That should absolutely be enough. Yes, of course, LawLiet's getting more kills, but forced into the TP out. And to be honest, he could just tap out.
I think so too. The Metamorph, I mean, is strong, but if you just focus the Demon Hunter and you don't have anything else to fear because nothing else is doing damage, it's pretty easy to control. Also, Entangle, suddenly super strong again as there are no more Dryads for the spell. So you have more control against the Demon. You have the Dryad slow, you have the Naga slow. This is the most underwhelming Metamorphosis we've seen in a while.
That's correct. No TP from Moon anymore, just more heal scrolls. Same goes for LawLiet. Of course, no second hero can't staff this one out. Heal potions would absolutely be good. Redraw, of course, doesn't do anything. He's sticking with Mountain Giants. This should make Moon go into Bears, I guess, as a counter. No counter expansion by LawLiet. He simply can't afford it. And these Dryads run-bys come in. It's daytime, so not much Moon Juice to use.
And Metamorph is on cooldown, so what can the Demon Hunter do now? Nothing much, really. Getting ultra slowed once again by Naga plus Dryads.
And with this unit combo, Moon can just decide when to fight. He can just run away. These Dryads are so fast, slowing everything down. Even the Mountain Giants are melting. This poison is so good against them, as it is not affected by armor. And the Demon Hunter anti-magic for a little more healing. But if you see your Mountain Giants melt, it's usually time to tap out.
Yeah. Deceptively squishy, actually, the big boys, which usually never seem to be taking damage. Of course, they don't have any upgrades. Pretty sure these Dryads have high upgrades at this point.
Yeah, he had 2-0, should be 3-0 by now. Also, a lot of experience. Gonna be 6-5 soon. Wow. There we go.
That seems to be it. Tranquility to finish off this game, as the Demon Hunter could just be getting focused and killed now. GG! Moon comes back into this game. LawLiet giving him too much of an opening, misreading the game and going for wrong timings to attack.
Yeah, this one push, the second push towards the Expo, Moon intercepted and won the game right there and didn't give it out of his hand afterwards anymore. That was all the routine he has, not making any mistakes. I was wondering, I was talking to the Chinese host Snokis before, and she said, like, if series go long, we saw this in the past tournaments, Moon is getting weaker and weaker by the game, because he's of course a little older than everyone else here. And was it maybe LawLiet trying to tire him out, to let him play longer in this series, to make him more exhausted for Game 3?
Are you asking right now if he threw away his lead on purpose to make it a longer game?
No. But I mean, the game was basically over after 12 minutes.
Ah, okay, to stay in.
And he made him play like 8 minutes more.
Maybe intentional. I don't know. I don't have an opinion. I let you speculate, my friend.
So, also I wonder if this panda, like, wasn't really...
Yeah, that looked really questionable.
I mean, you know that Moon is going Mass Dryads with that.
Maybe he was expecting something else. Maybe he was expecting archers. It's kind of weird though. There's not the archer meta anymore.
Against the Demon Hunter.
Yeah, and it is Moon after all. But yeah, I mean, if he's expecting Dryads, then Panda doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
Maybe he was expecting Bear Mirror. Maybe he was expecting a transition from Moon into Tier 3. In which case the Panda, though, isn't that great either.
You know, I'm a big fan of Drunken Haze for the mischance, but of course can be spelled. Like, but if you're Moon and you see a panda, aren't you just, okay man, scratch the bears, let's go Dryads all the way.
Yeah. He must have had a good idea behind it. LawLiet's a very smart player, but I don't know what made him choose that hero. Maybe gonna have a chance to ask him later. But yeah, it looked really weird. Looked like that hero didn't have a place at all. In fact, was benched. That's a bad feeling. Don't even get re-invited back into the game.
I mean, maybe if you are not losing the second fight that hard and get into the later stages, then you play with the Zeppelins again with bears, and then against expansion cancels, the panda comes into play again with the Breath of Fire against repair and buildings, of course. So for base races, the panda would have been good, but he never got into that stage of the game. So again, dodging fights, like the direct fights, and having the economy that high on the list of priorities seemed to be LawLiet's plan. Also in the second game, the first game worked marvelously, and the second game, not at all.
Yeah, he was going for a different game than game number 1. Game 1 was slight level 2 harass, but then left him alone, no expo cancels, just ramping up like crazy for the tech and for the super strong demon in the late game. Second game was different. He went for the expo cancel, which was successful. But then you have to fall back. Then you have to wait for your tech to come online, and you have to kind of catch up with levels. You really want level 4 Demon. Or leveled up Panda at least. But LawLiet, yeah, misreading actually that mid-game a lot, but you don't see too much from it.
That was Moon's choice though. It is decision time. Amazonia, the 5th Racing World Champion, facing lower bracket. Same goes for LawLiet. The rematch of H&W Masters. It was a 3-2 then, and it's always so close between them. They know each other inside out. They know what the opposing player is doing most of the time. Amazonia. Do we do the throwback to the LawLiet Shishi game again, or...?
Yeah. Go ahead, do it.
There was a game back in the day, not too many people will remember, long time ago, in a different patch, basically a different Warcraft universe. That was Bear Mirror, and LawLiet versus Yoshishi both had an expansion. No one really wanted to fight, as it was clear that whoever attacks the opponent's base is going to lose. And then LawLiet stopped Bear production, went into sneaky Chimera roosts, and that fight of Chimeras versus Bears, can you imagine it in your head? This lasted like 5 seconds, and it was 80 supply wiped.
It was Twitch chat's wet dream, because when we get to Bear Mirror, there's always a few very smart viewers out there who say, well, why doesn't he just go Chimeras? That's obviously the clear counter. Normally not doable. Chims take forever to tech 2, and with Orb and Dryad actually get countered really hard. Unless you are able to hide them, which he did. He, back then in that game, he ate away into the trees with a shop, if I remember right, and had the Chim roosts in the middle of the forest, surrounded by trees where it couldn't be scouted, and then suddenly he arrived with 80, 90 supply, Chimps, whatever. And yeah, normally it doesn't happen, but that was a very special, beautiful case. LawLiet is oftentimes very tricky and resourceful in this matchup, has the right ideas, comes up with stuff that nobody else does sometimes. Haven't seen that just yet, I guess. Well, game number 1 was kind of the blink of that with the bear drop and the berserkers. Second game, still feel like he was giving away an advantage there. So what heroes do we have?
We have a Demon Hunter for Moon on AZ. That is already interesting. We have a Demon Hunter for LawLiet as well. That was kind of to be expected. Moon not going Keeper on the map where he introduced the Keeper to the world. That's quite interesting. Big fan club here, of course. Despite the heavy rain earlier, the place is packed already.
Nice to see.
Yeah.
We're on Saturday here. The grand finals are approaching. Tomorrow, expecting even more. Looking forward to that. Yeah, the big difference here on this map, playing a Keeper compared to Northern Isles, is if the demon is aggressive against you, starts burning you, you can trade hits. At some point, the demon's going to be low HP, has to run back. On Northern Isles, it's a massive distance to go back to the Moonwells and then back to harass. Here, AZ, it's a very short distance, so you can be back actually right in your face very quickly. So the Demon Hunter Mirror here, I think, is somewhat understandable.
Yeah. Good point, indeed. Don't want to face this LawLiet aggression early on. More creeping. LawLiet here a little faster on Moon's side of the map. Another item, really not doing too much for him. Moon already taken out the Murlocs. This is always like a safe spot if you're struggling a little.
Yeah. Player's forces are under attack. Doesn't take too much damage there. He keeps the mantle.
Oh, mana burn, yes. Maybe for a second hero. Maybe he knows he's gonna pick
the Naga, maybe?
Yeah, Naga.
So it's shaping up to be a Bear Mirror here. Oh, and Snare. Well, I didn't see it.
That was close. Nighttime though. Oh, he's going for the Mercs.
Berserker
Did Moon
pull.
see that? Also not.
He's a little late to get there, though. How much damage is he gonna? Is he seriously gonna click this? Enforcers do a lot of damage.
He's sniping this item. It could be a Vamp Aura, and this Vamp Aura with 20% in this patch
Ouch.
could be great. Oh, belt only. Needs to run away. This is ridiculous, but yeah.
That looked pretty
Gets out, but this should be all the Moon juice.
Really unlucky with this item, actually. This is one of the worst ones.
Yeah.
This is Racers would have been worse, but yeah, certainly not very good. Moon has a bit of an experience lead here. Is gonna get level 3 soon, as it seems. He's also claiming position in the middle of the map, very important for the second hero.
Oh, I love this play by Moon. To dominate the mid and interrupting the creeping, and LawLiet's Demon Hunter is so low. This is buying him a lot of time.
Yeah, lots of stats on the Light's Demon, though. I mean, the belt isn't so amazing, but it is quite a bit of HP. Yeah. He's sitting at almost 900 hit points now already. And very close level 3. Losing an archer to creeps. LawLiet. That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, what's happening? The first game was so strong. And now he feels the Moon rising. Not having level 3 here, still waiting for the resources, Moon. LawLiet most likely getting a Naga.
LawLiet's one of the best with these archer shadow melt ambushes. Did he realize that there was archers there? Seems like no. Level 3 demon now. Massive advantage with this. If Moon goes for his own Naga, she's gonna get burned very quickly. Going for a good old Keeper second. Wow, I haven't seen this in forever. Keeper second for the Bear Mirror. Used to be all the rage back before 1.30. We saw that a lot. Naga comes out earlier, is stronger in early levels, but the longer the Bear Mirror goes, the higher the second hero levels rise. The Keeper with a Thorns aura, actually, is really strong in the Bear versus Bear matchup.
Yeah, basically the reversed Vamp Aura in the late fights. It was back in the day basically a 50-50 pick. If you want to go late game, pick Keeper. If you want to be aggressive, pick Naga. But what is LawLiet's aggressive potential now? The Keeper can stop a lot with early Entangle. There's no Dryads yet. LawLiet definitely needs them. He must kind of... The thing is with Moon... Oh, Thorns Aura first, actually. That doesn't do anything right now.
That has to be a misclick.
Except if it's against... Well, against the Demon Hunter, but... He has +8 strength.
But Entangle is still pretty good. It takes a while before you have the first Dryad with Abolish. Entangle is pretty nice in small army fights. That is very strange. I mean, it would be weird if it was a misclick because the hotkeys are so far apart, but...
Do you know if he plays with standard hotkeys?
I don't. But that's... I've never seen that before,
No,
literally.
me neither. It's basically only anti some creeps and anti-Demon Hunter. Speaking of Demon Hunter, Moon still not level 3. LawLiet already with a level 2 Naga. There was a good timing by Moon to just right-click her a little, but LawLiet dodged these early tier 2 skirmishes and found a way to get to level 2. And now, time to punch a little, constantly keeping the keeper low on mana.
Yeah, I thought he was going to commit there more with his Demon Hunter. LawLiet's Demon is ultra beefy. He's like a little raid boss over there. So much HP, so much armor, evasion as well. When he hits level 4, he's going to be nigh unkillable.
I mean, thinking about it now and seeing the keeper now, he's out of mana already, displaying thorns.
Yeah,
So
I guess that's the idea.
That would have been the case most likely as well if he goes Entangle, even more so.
Oh, Moon really creeping this? Wait, Moon doesn't have vision of LawLiet's army. This is really scary. Well, he does have the TP, of course, so he can always TP out. But yeah, he's definitely going into this camp, risking having to TP. But LawLiet just patiently was creeping up.
Oh,
Zapper
Zappers.
time!
I haven't seen Zappers in forever. Can the bear do enough damage?
The Wisp,
Moon
though,
is ready
instantly.
for the repair. Where's he going? Wisps are split, trying to bomb, but where? These two Moon Wills looking good. First one's down, but he can't get the second one. Was that worth it? Moon is supply stuck.
Yeah. It's hard to get the Zapper positioning perfectly, but that was a little bit, yeah, not perfectly positioned so much.
Can he get the bear?
That's
so
a big,
much
that would be a
Moon
big kill. And exactly, this is costing a ton of Moon just to keep alive.
Okay, but the Dryad is there. More time for the Naga. Already level 3.
Scourge Bone Chimes.
Oh, wow. Thorns and Scourge Bone Chimes. LawLiet is on a timer right now.
Yeah. Moon should be unable to lose this Bear Mirror in the late game. If he's somewhat even on upgrades, these two auras are massive advantages.
Oh, Naga getting burned for 100. Nothing
Reju.
to say for has to swap the TP. Does so. Demon Hunter being attacked as well. No Reju, but gets out. TP gone. Double aura on Moon. The only thing that's good for him is that he kept him supply stack. LawLiet a little low with that fourth Moonwell. Was at 1,000 gold, I think. Now staff, now orb, now more bears. But that cost a few seconds, and he does not have these seconds.
Moon creeping up closer to 4. The last big remaining camps on the map will be the red camps, which are a big deal as well. More auras to be picked up. If Moon gets another aura there. That would be insane. And with his positioning on the map, with his strength of these auras, perhaps he is feeling confident and powerful enough to attempt that red camp. I think Moon should try to prioritize not trading red camps right now. Looks like he's the stronger player, but he is not even concerned with what's happening on the other side of the map.
Both at 50 food. LawLiet needs heal scrolls now. And a lot of them.
He's gonna go for the red camp now. Still lots of archers left in the super late game in the Bear Mirror. They're not the best units. Two bears certainly more effective than that. What is this one?
Captain Helmet.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad, but not an aura.
HP and damage for the demon. I think he has enough auras. It should be good. Some
You
damage.
can never have enough auras, Neo. All the auras. I want all the auras. So yeah, LawLiet is getting the red camp here, and he can be satisfied with this. I think Moon perhaps giving him too much of an opening, allowing this red camp trade, but okay.
1-0 upgrades for LawLiet. I really think he should go for defense upgrade first now.
What's the item? He needs an aura. Didn't get the aura.
Oh, he
I did!
10% damage, which against Thorn's aura brings back more damage to him, obviously. But yeah, it's a free attack upgrade.
And level 4 demon. Boom. He is very tanky now. Same though for the other one. Even tankier actually. Plus 9 strength. Or strength, as some people say.
Who?
I don't know. Some people.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not going to be pointing fingers, Neo. That's not nice.
Second attack upgrade. Not a fan, to be honest. Both are banking at 50. Moon already investing into heal scrolls. LawLiet has the gold for it. Is the Nagara taking a trip to the shop? Nope.
Of course, it's not just purely a click battle. It's not just numbers. It's not just upgrades and auras. It's also concaves. It's also roar. It's also wisp detonates. It's also zeppelins. And it's the right flanks, the right kiting. Even in Bear Mirror there is kiting.
thinking back to Rudin days, he was a player who could have all the disadvantages in a bear mirror and still win.
Yeah.
To this day, I have no idea how. I think no one knows how. But yeah, there are a lot of important parts. Moon is the one going for the Zeppelin.
Let's bring him back to 2016 right now. AZ is completely crapped. Both are sitting in their base with bears. What to do now?
Players' forces are under attack.
Maybe?
It's a time for chimps.
4-3, 4-3.
Oh, another sacred text. That's nice.
Demon Hunt is completely burned, as they were fighting with each other all the time. So, Moon has a Zeppelin and loaded everything up. LawLiet is waiting for an attack and about to break upkeep, I guess. 800 gold for both defense upgrades. 2-2.
2. Oh, wow. 2-2 already. What's Moon sitting at? He's hugging the tree, by the way. Don't you kill my tree.
Oh, there is a Zeppelin for LawLiet as well, but I think he was found. Can he save him? Looks like it. It was just a fake. He keeps Moon back. But I mean, he's not doing anything.
He must be Aura 2, right? Yeah. Yeah, Aura
Yeah.
2.
Once again, double thumbs up for this observer.
That's such a strong bear mirror setup for Moon. Oh boy. Must have good upgrades as well. We've been sitting at 50 supply for a long time. Must have at least 3.
Okay, Moon finds him with Entangle. One Dryad is there. Double Orb, by the way, for Moon. Not really feasible for LawLiet as it doesn't stack with the Ice Orb. Moon is faking an attack as well. Both are. But yeah, this double Orb of Venom. Really nice. Who's breaking upkeep first? Of course, if you're an upkeep, you get less gold. And that upkeep begins at 51 supply. LawLiet is having a lot more gold here than his opponent. Oh, 2-3 or 3-3?
I think 2-3.
I think so too.
What's he making in the lures, though? Mountain Giant upgrades.
Against bears?
They still soak up a lot of damage.
Yeah. Especially with 3 defense upgrades.
Yeah.
A player's
2-3
forces
also in
are
the
under
works there
attack.
for Moon.
And with siege sticks in a base race, with roar on them
Yeah.
and drums, they do a lot of damage.
Absolutely.
What a tactical and psychological warfare in Game 3.
Tactics, tactics, tactics. But yeah, the question is like, what's the winning play? Like, how do you get an advantage? Let's not even think about winning for now. How do you get an advantage? It's so hard. Like, there's no camps left. This is where my supposed idea of respawning creep camps comes back in.
Come on, don't get me started.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Look at this game.
Okay.
There's nothing left on the map.
Yeah, how often does this happen?
In Bear Mirror on AZ, a lot.
Thank God we got rid of Ancient Isles, by the way, where
Player's
this
forces
continuously
are
happens.
attacked.
But yeah, there's also the question, like, why would you be the one to attack?
Yeah, no real reason to do it. Oh, he's producing and canceling the upgrades. Oh, to fake
Yeah, fake production.
production. Ah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But at this point, it must have become obvious.
Yeah, this is next level play. Moon scouting for expansions, getting ready for 80 food. I'm surprised that no one is really going for heal scrolls.
True. Sitting at 50 seems to be the perfect time. Oh, LawLiet is now finally truly in upkeep. I want the stalemate to go longer because, I mean, it's not the most exciting right now. Nothing's been happening for a while. But this was the first time this whole tournament that we're just sitting in a base, just waiting.
A player's
And it's
forces are
interesting to
under
watch
attack.
these players, like, how do they deal with a situation like that?
Moon is following. He knew exactly when it's like the right production and when it's just fakes.
So LawLiet is a little bit faster with these 2 new bears, but not by much. He can't really do anything with them. LawLiet's going to be 3-3. Moon's 3-3 is lacking a little behind. Also, he's a lot lower on lumber.
Going in with the keep.
And Moon's broke, by the way. Wait a minute. Why does he have so much less gold?
He didn't go items.
A player's forces are under attack.
Maybe he started upgrades now, and that cost a lot.
No, upgrades were already in queue.
LawLiet, of course, losing the trades here with the Vamp Aura and Thorns Aura. Roar might help with that, though. Yeah, or does he have, like, 10 bears in the lores in queue? That might be another reason. Ooh, we're going up to 80-80.
Oh boy.
LawLiet is faster, though. Can he force a fight before Moon is ready?
But seriously, this is super, super late game Bear Mirror. Keeper with Thorns against Naga. Realistically, this should be unwinnable for LawLiet.
Yeah. Maybe he can find the dunk on the Tree of Eternity.
Is that his only winning option? His only win condition?
Still have a Zeppelin going. Yeah, I think so.
The Naga didn't bring a TP. Going on an expedition with a Zeppelin without a TP. But can pick up one at the shop.
DH has one now. Is invisible. Does Moon realize this?
I think good choice by Moon to be aggressive here to prevent possibly.
Oh, but he's leaving the base. And LawLiet is on the way. There is a TP. Okay, Demon Hunter is exposed.
Oh man, this is so weird. This is so weird.
Yeah.
The Naga for LawLiet still isn't. Yeah, he has to staff back the Zeppelin. The Naga is not at home. Neither is the Demon Hunter. And we're gonna have the fight coming out now. But there's a lot of Moonwell advantage, of course, for LawLiet. Is that enough to offset the auras?
He's buying time with the bears and he's buying time with the Engine of War. Now the heroes come in and they backstab a little. But this looks overwhelming for Moon here. Wisp immediately killed, so they can't detonate too much. LawLiet has a lot of Wisp in his base, of course. Big concave on the right-hand side for LawLiet, on the left-hand side as well.
Doesn't want to use the invul just yet. Gets back to the Moon. Where are LawLiet's Wisps? He's not bringing any of them.
And everything is low already, thanks to the Thorns and the damage, of course. But he's fighting Moon back, winning the early stages of this fight. Oh, Moon Zeppelin will... Oh! Boy, staff! That could have been a 12 supply loss, or even more.
Oh my god.
And the Zeppelin micro by Moon again. Phenomenal. Imagine LawLiet having 2 heal scrolls there, as Moon did.
Yeah, he made a lot of use of Moon Juice though, and also the Ancient of War was a big help, tanked a lot of the bear damage there, so of course, big defender's advantage for LawLiet, even without using the Wisps.
Back to 80-80. LawLiet only 1 Dryad, 4 for Moon, so a lot more Dispel for Riju, and a lot of mana used for the younger Korean.
11 bears for LawLiet. He'd kill off one of the archers, go for
Entire control group, of
12
course.
bears.
Moon, of course, all the experience, 16 years of Warcraft, and every bit of experience he needs now.
LawLiet still pretty rich, 700 gold, but what can you do with that gold is the question. Naga once again attempting perhaps the Zeppelin expedition. Against 3-3 bears, bear drop, there's no repairing against that.
Can he fight the time, though? Can he finally find the time? Moon is pushing again.
Yeah, good positioning by Moon. He realizes this weakness of his. So once again threatening the attack into the base. Did he see the Zeppelin somewhere? I don't believe he did. Scouting the natural, there's nothing there. Oh, that's also a lot of bears.
Another demon, this time with the heal scroll. 1 Dryad for free, but it's no level up for Moon. Do they have town portals? Naga has one, Keeper has one too.
LawLiet is going to
Army is
be
split.
faster into the base, perhaps. It's actually pretty close.
Yeah, oh my god. This will most likely decide the game right here. Moon and LawLiet, both with the base race. The Zeppelin comes in. There's a 3rd hero, by the way.
Must be Keeper
Yeah.
for the aura.
Here we go. Instant TP, Roar, mass repair. Does he still have enough damage? And how many losses will he take? Town portal for LawLiet? Not yet. He's coming through with this. The tree
gets
is down. Last second. Gotta get out of there, though. With the Fork Lightning getting more. He's losing some stuff. But LawLiet is the only one mining, not losing too much.
Only a single bear. We saw it from the corpses. 1 bear, that's all. He saved the other one with the staff. The Doom drop does it again.
And Moon doesn't have the gold for the Tree of Life. He is also supply stuck. 1.5 minutes free. Ah, he did build it already. Oh, might be a game-winning thing here. Ancient Protector for Moon as well. He wants to push, but he's 10 supply down.
Tree of Life, though, is not enough for bear production. You need Tree of Ages.
Yes.
But at the moment, Moon doesn't have to worry about reproduction. He doesn't have gold anyways. It's going to be a thing for later, maybe.
Lots of stuff uprooted for LawLiet. Is he throwing all the engines in the fight to help him here?
I think so. I think so. He's bringing everything.
Man,
Oh boy.
history is a flat circle. 1 year ago, this venue, quarterfinal, this match, 3-2 full distance.
Moon with quite the supply deficit, but with more bears. He's got 11.
And the auras and the heal scrolls. Let's not count the 5th race out.
No invul, by the way, on LawLiet's side. This could be very scary against an Entangle. He does have Dryads for the spell, but there's kind of a lot of things he has to
Does he
dispel.
bring Wisps now? I think he has to.
Tense
No,
moment.
he's not. Absolutely. Electricity in the air here in Shanghai.
Tree of Eternity is basically at the expansion. Will be rooted there again soon. Effectively, LawLiet down by only 1 aura now. But the Vamp aura, possibly the best one in the game, in this matchup.
But Moon's having a lot of range as well, so it's not full bear stuff. Okay. Engine Protector up. Engine of War up. Who finds the better concave? There is Raw on both sides. Demon Hunter takes care. Keeper nicely in the back for LawLiet as a 3rd hero now, providing the Thorn Tower. Oh my god! Is this the end of the campaign or what? Wisps coming in to bring the victory for LawLiet. How much will they burn? Detonate all over! But the heal scroll still on Moon's side.
The roar is mostly gone, though. Still more detonates could be used. Heal scroll as well from LawLiet, if I saw that correctly. Demon Hunter in the front line dropping really low. Also out of mana. No more mana burn now for him. But the bear still standing pretty strong for Moon. 61 supply. LawLiet dropping down to 61 as well. The
demon, there's a staff, he needs to use it, but he staffs into the Tree of Eternity in the north, has to go all the way back to the Moon Wells. LawLiet is struggling hard, equal supply, can the bears chew through? Moon is about to lose like 12 supply in the back, but he can't afford to stay in this. Moon is turning this around, I guess. More bear kills.
Wow.
Tree is starting to mine soonish though. And now the level 5 Demon Hunter advantage for Moon. Keeper almost level 2. But that's a lot of soaked up experience that did not go to the Demon Hunter. But Moon is retreating. Both players mining again. What an insane Night Elf mirror.
LawLiet lost both lores, right? He can't remake bears.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Bringing the
She
lores
shambles there.
into this position was risky.
But Moon can't do bears anyway. He's still not on attack.
Player's force is under attack.
It's 2 bears for LawLiet versus, oh boy, he saved quite a bunch.
Yeah. The auras there, I guess, is what made the big difference. The Wisp mass detonate looked pretty promising against the Roar, but it was a little bit late. The Wisps weren't there right from the get-go. He saw the positioning of Moon like a million miles away. He should have reached around with the Wisps a long time before that, I think.
The heal scrolls, of course, coming in there as well with the healing of the Vamp aura in combination. So, double staff as well, that saved quite a bunch of bears as well. Do we have a base race once more? But then what? Better hero levels for Moon, better army for Moon. And the tech will be gone for LawLiet as well.
A player's forces are under attack.
There's no TP on neither side.
It's gonna take a little while to kill this. Never mind. Okay, 7 bears, not gonna take long.
Getting rid of these wisps.
Is it base race time again?
It is. LawLiet can build 1 more if he's left alone.
A town is under
Or
siege.
is it just simple base race?
The advantage in
No,
that
what is that?
case should lie with Moon.
Moon is coming back. This will take some time, but saving his base. LawLiet, will he build another tree? Will he save 1 wisp? Is another question.
Moon's already eating into the forest with his Ancients of Lore, where it's really hard to
There
reach
is
him.
1 wisp.
LawLiet has pretty good lockdown, though. He has Entangle now, only level 1, but if it doesn't get dispelled, still pretty good. Plus he has the Naga, plus the Demon. So LawLiet perhaps can find pick-off after pick-off, possibly. He can't take a straight-up fight. That's not doable. It's too many bears.
Forces are under
1 more Dryad, that's what this lore is for. 10 supply lead for Moon anyway. 5.5. Slow down. Easy damage on this Demon Hunter. Zeppelin forgotten at least a little. Stabs on the Nagas, that should be fine. Good control with the Zeppelin over the forest as well. Moon Juice, how much is it? Ooh, not much. Desperately waiting for nighttime, but Moon is not allowing that.
Still have some juice left though. However, Moon seems to be feeling confident enough to still fight into those Moon Wells. Oh my god, so many bears.
Oh, and Tangle on the Demon Hunter, free damage again. He needs to go to the Moonwells and save him. Mana burn on the Keeper, so no Entangle with the Concave on the Bears. Staff out #1, but that means he can't use it on the Demon Hunter anymore. Goes for the Keeper! Info Potion, and now the Demon Hunter is dead in an Entangle! Can he get a revenge kill? Otherwise, he is down to the lower bracket. That's for sure. Keeper, can he reach? There should be a double kill. Level 6 for LawLiet. And Moon, the world champion, prevails! What a psychological warfare this was! And the game did go long, and Moon was not exhausted. He found the right time to attack in the north. What a best of 3 to open the day.
Scary though for Moon, scary. In the second game, he was behind in the early stages. In the third game, losing the Tree of Eternity. That's usually a death sentence. But he was strong enough with the level 3 Keeper and the Vamp Aura. In the end, he makes it through, but that was far from one-sided.
I would say the biggest mistake by LawLiet, still I can't get over it, the missing heal scrolls against these 2 auras. I really don't understand that.
Yeah, true. Also, especially since he was banking for such a long time, it absolutely should have been more heal scrolls. And the Wisp usage was very late. He brought 1,000,000 Wisps to that final fight, but it had already been raging on for a solid 20 seconds, I think it is. You want to be there right away if you can. Like, hide the Wisps behind the Berserker camp, and then the fight begins, and the Wisps reach around, and then all the detonates come in. If you drain all the mana, if you get rid of all the roar, plus the heal scrolls, maybe you can win that fight. The AP also was a really good idea up there. That's not really an expensive investment at all, and the damage is okay, you
And
know?
it doesn't cost supply.
Exactly. Frees up some supply, in fact.
True that. Whew. That was a promising start to this day. As the day will continue, of course, with the one player that all of you out there are waiting for. Happy versus Focus is next to determine Moon's opponent. One Korean idol was down to the lower bracket. He will face the loser of this match, and that is LawLiet. Can we see a magnificent run through the lower bracket for one of the first times here in this tournament? LawLiet definitely a player that would be able to do that for sure, but it's not going to be easy. This group is so packed and unpredictable.
Yesterday, Group A, we had some good attempts by Chimiko, especially against 1-2-0 that looked good at times, but when 1-2-0 and T8 were playing at their best, the Koreans really didn't stand a chance, to be honest. Today in Group B, I think this is all up for grabs. This could easily be going everyone's way. LawLiet and Focus perhaps coming into this with less hype, with less excitement behind them, but I think Focus especially is looking really strong at the moment. Big question for me is, does he keep his cool on the stage? He doesn't always. When he played against TH, he lost Blake Master